It's time for Trend Vibes, where we dive into the latest trends in Korean culture. Joining us in the studio is reporter Yoon Se-young. Welcome, Se-young.
Hi, hello, girls. Hello, Soa. Hello, Bella. As always, I've got some exciting news from the Korean culture scene. So are you guys ready to dive into today's topics?
Of course. So, what is our first topic?
Well, these days, the buzz right now is all about Han Kang, the writer who recently won the Nobel Prize in Literature. And it's been already 3 weeks since the announcement, but people just continue to talk about her and her novels on TV, radio, magazines, and even on the culture wave. We've dealt with different topics related to her, right? But we never get tired of it, right? And one sector that felt the impact immediately was, of course, the publishing industry. Sales of the Han Kang's book surpassed 1 million copies within just 6 days of the announcement. And that's not just Han Kang's book, but the sales of Korean novels in general just skyrocketed, showing with the figures showing a 12-fold increase compared to the same period last year. And the sudden literary revival is wonderful for the struggling publishing industry. But guess what? It's not just publishers who are celebrating this Nobel Prize win, but also the tourism industry is riding Han Kang effect.
The tourism industry, is that because people are visiting places related to the author or her books?
Yeah, exactly. Many of the places connected to Han Kang's life and books, like Gwangju, Changheung, Jeju, and Yeosu, are seeing the increased interest. And let's start with Gwangju, known as the birthplace of democracy in South Korea. And this city is not only Han Kang's hometown, but also the setting for her novel Human Acts. And even before her Nobel Prize win, the Korean Tourism Organization has been running historical tours of Gwangju, featuring the 518 bus tour that takes the visitors to some of the key sites from the 1980 Gwangju uprising. And now this tour has gained even more traction on social media. And I myself visited some of the sites when I visited Gwangju 2 years ago, and it's very worth visiting.
Wow, that sounds very fascinating. Please tell us more about the places that you mentioned earlier.
Sure. Another spot is Changheung. Changheung is the hometown of Han Kang's father, Han Seung-won, who is also a very well-known novelist here in Korea. And the town is now being recognized as Han Kang's second home. And the Changheung, which was designated as Korea's only literary tourism district back in 2008, is now planning to purchase and restore Han Seung-won's hometown, the childhood home, to further promote the value of the region in terms of the development of the Korean literature.
Se-young, you just mentioned the literary tourism district. I think that's pretty interesting. Can you tell us more about the significance of this designation?
Sure. Changheung has earned this recognition as a cultural hotspot, producing many of the greats in the history of Korean literature. And recently, the special status of this region was extended until 2025, paving the way for even more vibrant and diverse events featuring this Korean literature. So we're very much looking forward to it. And I guess people with a passion for literature or arts or culture, Changheung is a destination worth exploring.
Indeed, I should check that out myself, because I actually haven't been to the Jeollanam-do region that often. So
it's not too close from Seoul, but it's really worth it.
And it's very well known for all the delicious yummy foods, right?
Of course, yes. So we had Gwangju and Changheung. Now what about Jeju and Yeosu? Why are they getting attention?
Well, Jeju Island, which is the backdrop of Han Kang's We Do Not Part or 작별하지 않는다, is already a popular destination, not only among Korean tourists, but also international tourists as well. This Jeju is also developing what's dubbed dark tourism programs, focusing on the Jeju April 3rd incident featured in the novel. And we also have Yeosu, where Han Kang lived for 3 years, and she worked on her debut novel, 여수의 사랑, Love of Yeosu, in Yeosu, actually. And while preparing for the broadcast, I started reading this novel, 여수의 사랑, by myself. And I'm really enjoying it because the tone of the novel is quite different from her recent and novels. So it's very fascinating. And while I was reading this book, I couldn't just help but grow curious about the city of Yeosu. So I'm planning to visit Yeosu sometime soon.
Wow.
And you know, Yeosu is already famous thanks to the mega hit song Yeosu 밤바다 by Busker Busker. Do you guys know this song?
Bella, you ready to sing again?
How many songs am I singing today?
You guys know this song, and Han Kang's connection is adding to the appeal. Yes.
And I think Bella is very, she was a little jealous about you getting that book because
I
she
know.
tried to find the recent books
Exactly.
at bookstores.
You can borrow it.
Oh, really? After when you
That's a good idea. I actually
Let's line up.
I lent Walter the vegetarian book.
Yeah,
so-
that's right. I saw it.
Perfect. I'm in line for that whenever you're finished with that.
All right.
What I'm curious is, with all these attentions, I'm curious, how does Han Kang actually feel about, getting attention at all these attractions?
Well, that's a great question. Well, Gwangju was planning to build a Han Kang Literature Museum, but Han Kang gently declined, and that's because although she appreciates the renewed interest of people towards books and history, but she doesn't want to be personally idolized or turn into a grand symbol. And by now, we all know her personality. Is a very humble person, so it's understandable.
Yes, I'm not too surprised by that.
That does make sense, and it makes sense, but it's still really good, and it's still wonderful to see all these, regions, all these areas getting attention.
Definitely.
Now, Seyoung, let's move on to other places that would be great to make visits to, foreigners or us alike. So what is our next topic?
Our next topic is event cafes, and more specifically birthday cafes among K-pop idols fans. Fans rent out cafes and decorate them with posters, photos, and even merchandise of their favorite stars. And during the event, special drinks are sold with themed cup holders and photo cards, often exclusive collectible for attendees.
Nice.
Wow. Now, a question I have here is, do these celebrities actually show up at these birthday cafes?
I wish, but unfortunately, no, they don't attend. But fans still enjoy video screening and games and other fun activities to celebrate. And even some fans even go on so-called cafe tour, visiting different birthday cafes dedicated to one specific celebrity.
I think it's really just significant to have the fans of a same group or a member just gather together.
Sounds really fun.
Yes, but it also sounds like a lot of effort. So yes, I think also a lot of effort and a lot of money as well.
Money as well. Yeah, usually planning often starts 6 months ahead because they have to make a reservation and they have to spend hours and hours decorating the venue the day before the event. And the real challenge is creating the custom goods, designing photo cards, postcards, and cup holders as well. But interestingly, the rental fee is free because usually the owners benefit from the drink sales, but still it costs about 1 million Korean won, that is about $800 to hold such events because they have to spend money on decorations and everything.
That is really an impressive dedication. But Seyoung, are only K-pop idols being celebrated?
No, not just K-pop idols, but the actors, athletes, or even historical figures. And you'll be surprised by this. There have been birthday cafes for King 세종대왕. And I thought it was really interesting. And it's also evolving into more than just birthday celebrations. There are cafes marking debut anniversaries, drama premieres, and even concerts. And some celebrities start to rent these cafes to serve fans and to provide free drinks for the fans. And I think it's a very heartwarming trend. It's called reverse support or 역조공 in Korean. And on top of that, it's not only great for fans, but also for small business owners because the fans create cherished memories and local cafes enjoy the increased sales. So it's a win-win situation.
It is. Listening to that, Seyoung, I wish maybe in the future we could have an anniversary of the Culture Wave and also have a Culture Wave fan party, birthday party at a cafe.
Wow.
It's
I'm
usually the
down.
first anniversary of
Everyone
the
here
cultural
invited?
wave.
Oh.
I'll definitely be there.
Yes.
Okay, and you'll definitely be here again for more K-trend vibes
Sure,
stories.
next week.
Okay, so thank you very much, Seong, for that.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Seong.
And thank you, Bella, for that. I'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, I'll be actually back tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow that is.